Yes people, what's going on? It's been quite a while since I tackled some Amazon Flex logistics blocks from Exeter. So we're back, I've just left the depot. We've got 48 parcels in the car. We're on a 3.5 hour block, 2 o'clock until 5:30, and we're getting paid a slightly boosted rate, £68.50, which I feel very lucky to have bagged because it's hard enough to get even a base rate block at the minute. There is not a lot around. But yeah, we are delivering up in Columpton and Tiverton today. You know, the route doesn't look too challenging, to be honest, and it's a 2.5 hour route and we're on a 3.5 hour block. So plenty of potential to finish early today. Yeah, feels good to be back. Less than a mile now to our first drop. I think we've got 32 drops, 31, and we've got 48 parcels. So a lot of these drops are going to be more than one parcel each. Luckily, that doesn't particularly add to the time it takes to do these blocks. So feeling good we might get an early finish out of this one. And yeah, feels good to be back on Amazon Flex. It's been a little while, but the evenings are starting just about to get a bit longer. And certainly today the weather is nice and clear. We've got some sunshine, so I thought, why not? Seems like a cracking day. Get back on the old Amazon Flex. And so this first drop is 4 parcels between these 2 houses. We'll get rid of this big one first to this house, and then the other 3 are next door. Yeah, I'll tell you what, I picked a good day to come out and do Amazon. The sun is shining. It's actually pretty hot. Mid-January and I've almost got to take my coat off. Don't think anyone's in. So, snap of that, job done. Right, now we've got 3 for next door. That's 1 and 2 envelopes. I see a doggo. I see 2 doggos. Customer has said we can leave it in that cream shed if they're not in, which is looking like is the case. Two-minute drive up the road to our next stop. Thanks very much. See, we're not really in Columpton today. This is the Columpton bit of the route, kind of heading out of the main bit of Columpton towards Tiverton. Yeah, if I remember rightly, we don't have too many drops before we get into Tiverton, and looks like it gets a bit easier then. The stops are a lot more condensed. This particular area I've never been, never delivered in before, so don't really know what to expect. I just know we're not here for too long. Never ever like seeing a flood sign, but I'm guessing that's from a few days ago when we actually had some nasty rain. It hasn't rained for a little while now. Had a little spell of dry weather. Our next stop is up there, I think. 1 for number 7, 1 for number 8. There's 1, there's the second one. Again, no one in. Luckily this house is nicely out of sight of the main road, so no issues leaving that one there. All right, let's get this one to next door. All right. Hiya. Just grab a quick picture of that.
No worries.
Nice one.
Cheers.
Thank you. No dramas, just inching our way closer to Tiverton. All right, next stop is to a business premises. Although again, it's a stop with 2 different addresses, 4 parcels in total to deliver. I need to find a better way of securing the parcels in the back. I don't think I've ever done a flex block where I don't at some point turn a corner, no matter how slowly and carefully, and then you just hear going in there, apparently. Aha, nice little letterbox, job done. Right, and now the 2 for this gaff. Oi, there goes more boxes. Had to leave those 2 parcels in the kind of front porchy bit. Had a sign on the door saying customers by appointment only or something. I didn't just want to barge in there. And front porch was an option in the app, so we're all good. And again, not particularly far to our next drop. Smashing through these. All right.
Thank you.
Just check I don't need a photo, I don't think so. No, all good.
Thanks.
Thanks a lot. Working our way through, yep, we are 1, 2, couple of drops now until we're into our first kind of dense cluster. Yeah, so far it feels like I'm being eased back into Amazon Flex. They don't want to give me anything too difficult. They don't want to scare me off again. No, obviously I'm joking. It's completely random what you get. What's that, like the third time now parcels have fallen everywhere? The thing is, with the amount of parcels you get on these routes, I don't know what else I can do. They're stacked up to the ceiling. There is no way I could complete these routes just having like one layer of parcels in the you've got to stack them. If anyone's got some kind of like strap that you can attach to the inside of your car, there must be something that people have got. Some kind of contraption I can use to just secure like the big boxes and stuff in place. Let me know in the comments if you've got any ideas, because I feel a bit bad when customers' parcels are kind of just falling all over the place in the back of my car. I don't think I've ever broken anything, but I'd rather they didn't move, you know? All right, down this lane we go. I love that the sun's out and it's not particularly cold today. It's refreshing. The only issue when the sun comes out in January is the sun is so low that it's constantly in your eyes when you're driving. Oh. So this one's got rear door as the default option, so I'll just snap a picture now. I'll see if they're in. Always nice to hand it over if you can. All right.
Thank you very much.
No worries. Medium parcel. Gonna focus. Just put front door as the default. No one in. Leave that one there. So I got it slightly wrong. We're not going to Tiverton just yet. This first cluster of close stops is Holberton. Don't think I've ever delivered here before. But yeah, considering they were the kind of spread out drops on this block, by the looks of it anyway, they were all pretty close. Haven't driven more than 2-3 minutes at once yet, so I'm liking the way this block is going so far. And looks like we're now heading to a little bit more residentially areas, so always nice. All right,
Lovely.
Thanks a lot. Just on a slightly trickier road now. No real places to park, but sure we'll manage. Yeah, obviously it's the middle of the day on a Wednesday. Can't imagine too many people are going to be in. Causing a little bit of a hold up here. The only thing, when you're delivering to like the high street in these tiny little towns or village, whatever this is, village, there's not a lot of room to stop. I was causing a bit of a bottleneck where I was parked then, but what can we do? Got to stop somewhere. Got to whack your hazards on, hope for the best really.
Thank you very much.
Don't think I need a picture. No, all good.
Cheers.
Thank you, bye. Loving this route so far though. Drops nice and close. Nothing tricky in terms of horrible countryside or anything like that. An ideal restart to my flex career. No answer. Is this going to be suitable? No. We are pretty hidden away though. I'll just stick them right here like that. Yeah, that'll do. As hidden as I can make it. All right. Back onto the high street. Well, I think pretty soon we'll be out of here and heading Tiverton way. Don't think we're doing too badly on time. If I'm not parked in a horrendous location, I'll have a little look at the rest of the map in a second. But for now, we're pulling up somewhere along here. Oh, this is going to be tricky. Can't park there. I'm just going to have to stick it up on this pavement up here and just walk back. Right, we got the parcel. I've just got to find the house. If they're not in, hopefully this porch door is open. I can leave it in there. Yeah, no one in. We're in luck. Oh, do you know what? My next two stops are just down here, so I might just leave the car where it is. Let's hope someone's in. Because unless I can get through that gate, which I might be able to. This is the kind of house right on the road where you can't just leave parcels.
Brilliant. Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot. Cheers. Right, next one is to this house. It says deliver to letterbox, but I don't think that's going to fit through a letterbox. It might do. No chance. No answer from this one, but I do spot a safe place. There you go, see. Can't even see it. All right, round a couple of corners to the next one. So this drop we're going to now, just up there, is drop number 18 on my map out of 32. Obviously one of those was the depot to pick up, so we're on 17 out of 31 technically. 2 parcels. The old TikTok shop. God, that's heavy. Hello, mate. Right. Quite heavy.
Your wheels have come, my parcels come.
Yeah, nice, isn't it?
Cheers, thank you.
Cheers, mate. No idea what he just said. Just smile and say thank you. You gotta love these sunny winter days. Just looks so nice. I don't think anyone's in. The customers put, if not in, we'll be on school run. Please see note on door and leave parcel. I don't see no note on this door, but I do see plenty of things to hide these behind, so. It's not asking for a picture because I'm trying to deliver them both at once. I want to get a photo of this, so I'm going to do one at a time. I find that really silly. You've got to do one at a time if you want to take photos. Most of the time anyway. It just doesn't pop up if you've ticked. Let's do them both at once. Right, am I just being dumb? Oh. All right.
Thanks very much. No worries.
Take care, cheers. Alrighty, so now we've got our longest drive yet, 5 minutes to drop 21. Then we're heading not to Tiverton. This whole thing technically is classed as Tiverton, but Tiverton is like there. I guess you might class as Sandford Peveril as Tiverton if you're giving someone an address, I don't know, but we're finishing in Sandford Peveril. Apple Maps is taking me a completely different route to Amazon, and that's possibly because of where the drop after this one is. What I'll do is I'll start going the way that Amazon is giving to me, and then Apple Maps will redirect me, I think. Yeah, there we go. Oh yeah, that sun. It's getting low now. But after this drop, potentially then we're on 10 left. Maybe 11. But either way, smashing this route. I think it's safe to call this an early finish. Folks, we're technically being paid until 5:30. It's now just about to hit 4 o'clock. No way is it going to take us an hour and a half. Just one little outlier to go and do now, and then we're on to that final bunch. Oh, that's good. Shall I just leave it down there? Cheers, take care. All right, into Sandford Peveril town we go. Village, I never know. You never know with these places. Maybe it's a village, looks pretty small. But yeah, we are down to, I think there's 11 drops now, and hopefully we can smash them out nice and quickly. Wrap this block up and see what we've made. And more interestingly, what we've made per hour. So I think this one's going to be pretty good. Yeah, don't get me wrong, you know, I know I've made many an Amazon Flex logistics vlog where I get stuck on some pretty nasty routes, and I can be pretty negative about them, but the funny thing is, when it comes to the end and I actually break down what I've earned, I've still earned more than I would have done doing food delivery. I think in one of my most recent ones that I think I finished late, and it was pretty difficult out in the countryside, I think I still ended up on like £14 an hour after expenses. And sometimes it's easy to forget when you have blocks like that, that actually sometimes you get quite nice blocks. Like this one where we're going to finish early, weather's been decent, we haven't been sent anywhere crazy off-grid, nothing like that. Just a nice, pleasant, easy route. And we're going to be quids in from it. Right, here we are then. The last cluster begins now. Hello, all right.
Thanks for that.
Cheers. How do I get to number 7? Is it that one or?
It's here. So you need to go around the front of the White House.
Oh, okay. Nice one. Cheers. All right.
Oh, cheers, mate. Thank you.
Cheers, mate. Ah, beautiful. Next drop is just to number 10. That's the ticket. Should just fit. Make sure I've scanned it. I always do this. Yep. All good. Smashing these out. Question now is, how efficient can we be and how early can we finish? We know we're going to finish early, but I want to maximise this final stint. Right, next house somewhere along here. We should be all right somewhere over there. Are we okay if I'm up there? These tricky junctions, man. Is this the gaff? So let me just park it and we'll figure it out. Oh yeah, I've gone way too far down. It's one of those houses. Cheers, thank you. And apparently our next one is down there, so I'll just leave the car here. It seems silly to move it, and presumably we're just going to keep going straight.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice one, thank you. Cheers.
Thank you.
We're on like 6 drops left, something like that. Feeling good. Love it when they fit through the letterbox. Well, the map says I'm basically at the next stop, but this obviously isn't it. I think there's a road down there, that's the front of the houses. Look at that. How annoying is that? Oh yeah. Thanks a lot. Cheers. We are on the final 5 drops and we are done. All right.
Thank you very much.
That's all right. Take care, bye. That's okay. Take care. Couldn't ask for more, folks. 1, 2, right next to each other, and then 3 just a bit further down the road. We are about 5 minutes, depending on parking situations and so on, from being done. And it's only just gone 4:30, so we're gonna have almost an hour spare of my actual block time, which is going to very nicely boost the hourly rate that we've made this afternoon. And that's on top of this block already being on a slightly boosted rate. So I'm a very happy chappy. Slightly tricky parking situation, but I think there's enough room there for cars to get through. So we should be all right. All right, let's grab a quick photo of those.
I'll get no worries.
Oh, yours, all right. Thanks a lot, bye-bye. And then these 2 next. It's the same set of houses out on the road, just on this side. Oh, guys, it feels good. That final stop, just around the corner down here. And what a successful little Amazon flex shift this has been. Sometimes you just get lucky, I guess, and you get the nice routes. All right, 3 parcels, 2 separate addresses. Parcel and envelope for this one. Last delivery. I think it might be there. Yes. Nice one, cheers mate. All right, we're done, I'm parked up. That was a lovely block, really happy with that one. Guys, I'm gonna do my expenses for Amazon Flex Logistics slightly different from here on out. I'm only going to include the trip back to the depot if I actually have to go back to the depot, because I've had a few comments pointing out that really, if you're not going back to the depot, after you've done your final drop, you're just commuting home. And I kind of agree with that. My thinking was, by including the trip back to the depot, that it equalizes those blocks where sometimes you finish really close to home, sometimes you finish really far away from home. And by including the trip back to the depot, it just kind of flatlines that whole distribution. But what I'll do from now on is I'll just give you the raw numbers from where I started to where I finished, and if there's a particularly long drive back home, I'll mention that and we can roughly figure out how much money I'm going to lose on the commute home. But ultimately I do kind of agree with it, so that's what we're going to do going forward. As it stands for this route, it's taken me halfway home. I've got about 10 miles home, I think, so that's about £1.60, so bear that in mind. Anyway, to the juicy bit. Once you've taken the expenses off, we profited from this £68.50 block, £63.60. Expenses were pretty low, mileage was pretty low, and we got it done fast, which kept the insurance cost down. So we made £23.27 an hour. That's one of the best results I've had from doing Amazon Flex. Now again, I know this block, I got a little bit lucky. It was nice and easy. Nothing too challenging, the weather was good, conditions were fine, didn't really run into any difficulties. And obviously I got given a 2.5 hour route as opposed to 3.5 hour. And all of that kind of combined to make this nice juicy hourly rate. It's not always like this, but when it is, boy does it feel good. So yeah, I mean, more than £23 an hour to cruise around dropping off Amazon parcels. More of these, please, Amazon Flex, please. Had we had to go back to the depot, we're looking at another 22 miles, which would have come to about £3.50. It wouldn't really have made a huge difference. Obviously, it would have added on about 20 minutes. I think most of those miles are on the motorway, so it would have knocked the hourly rate down a little bit, maybe to 20, 21, but still, it would have been an amazing result nonetheless. Guys, thank you for watching as always. I'll catch you in the next one. In a bit.